Hi, folks.
Hi.
It's been a while.
It has.
Um, so this week, Monday through Wednesday, I was in the military, reserve training. Um, it was okay though, because we go there in the mornings and then you have to go home at night. Um, I guess personally, I told this to Josh earlier, but it kind of puts things in perspective in your life a little bit. No matter how busy you are, like this is something that the government forces you to do.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to slow things down, go there, and then you don't get complete freedom. It's like 8 hours a day. So it makes you appreciate at the end of it all, just how if you put your mind to it, you won't succeed necessarily, but you'll at least be given the opportunity to try. Which is Yeah, I feel like a lot of Korean males could sympathize with that. They can understand that because for about 2 years, at least nowadays, for 2 years, you're in the military every day, and like it's very restricting, in some ways suffocating. But that's not to say that you don't grow during that time. Um, yeah, so that's where I'm coming from, and Josh has been hard at work.
Yeah, so I got a few templates out that were customized towards academies. I got 5 down, and then I sent emails to them today, but I couldn't find the emails just for one, and then I sent out 4, and then 2 of those failed, so I sent it out to 2. That's 3 days worth of work, and I got it out to 2 academies. And I also worked on the iPhone app. I got half of the functions, and now it could record and play sound.
Play sound, yeah. That's a big one.
Yeah. Yeah. That's my week.
Yeah. Oh, we ran into a little bit of a snafu with Google Play today.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so Josh was uploading like 5 apps in a row.
Fun.
And then what happened?
And then so we really didn't expect this from Google, but of the 5 apps, 2 were rejected. That's kind of funny because they're all the same app practically with just different logos and colors. But yeah, it was rejected. And why was that?
So it turns out a Stack Overflow post had mentioned something along the similar I can't talk. Something along the similar lines, along a similar line.
Just along the lines of?
Along the lines of, that's what I'm looking for. Yeah, along the lines of if you embed a YouTube video inside of a web view and then you lock your phone screen, or like you exit the app, or you minimize it or whatever by tapping on the home screen or the task manager, then the audio continues playing. Yeah, I didn't know.
That could be a function that you want though, couldn't it? Like
it could be.
But they block it, like that's, or does it go against YouTube's stuff?
Yeah, I think YouTube doesn't want that. Anywho, so we fixed that up by loading in a blank page in the on pause method of the activity lifecycle, and then resuming where we left off in terms of the link and loading that back into the web view in the on resume method. Yeah, so I was at first indignant. I was angry that Google would do such heinous acts. I thought that it was because what is it with Apple? What happens if you have duplicate apps?
They care a lot about the quality of the apps that are on the App Store, so they don't want this like similar apps uploaded on the same account. So like say you have one game and then you just kind of theme it differently, so other people that are downloading the app will think that it's a new game, so they're like, oh, I'll try downloading it, but then it's not, it's the same game. So that kind of reduces like the quality, the whole image of at the App Store, so they don't want that. And one reason that Richard really likes Google is because they don't really limit that.
Right.
Yeah, but we thought it was because of that, and then Richard got all angry, and then he's like, he's not a big fan of Apple, but he's like, if they're gonna be like this, we might as well just switch to Apple, like the App Store. There's no reason for us to be with Google, but then it wasn't that, thankfully, and now Richard's happy.
I am very happy because of that. Yeah, so Josh and I have gone through this a couple times where Josh asked a question
Uh
about development, and I'm like, you know, as a developer, I want everything to be open. I want to be in control of everything.
huh.
And then Josh asked a question later on about some implementation detail about how I made something, and then I'm like, you know what, Josh? I don't want my users to like mess around and like, you know, break the app,
Uh,
which is a double standard on my part.
he wants like the good of both sides. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
As a developer, I want the freedom. As the producer of software, I don't want to give the freedom to the
Hmm.
consumers.
So yeah.
Yeah, there's that aspect of it. Yeah. And today I continued where I left off for reverse Pong.
Yeah.
So think about Pong, except you're the ball, not the paddles,
Yeah.
and you have to try to hit the paddles instead of try to kill the players by avoiding the paddles.
Uh-huh.
Maybe a demonstration would be a little bit easier to.
Don't you use the paddle to keep the ball from passing by?
Right. So, but from the ball's perspective, you want to.
Uh,
Yeah. So that's game over if you
it's
don't
gonna be
hit the
difficult
paddle.
playing like that.
Yeah, it's
You're not
very
gonna
hard.
get it. So it's hard even looking at it straight, but like looking at it like this, it shouldn't make a difference, but it does.
Oh, there we
got
go.
it.
Yeah, so now I have some horizontal movement, which was transferred to me by the momentum of the paddle, and the green paddle has changed to the bottom one, and I die. Anyhow, reverse Pong for you right there. I'll put a link in the description below.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
Yeah.
Are you not gonna show the other version? Is that too
Uh,
hectic?
it's in the works right now. So we made, well, yeah, Josh was busy doing other stuff, but this is Battle Pong. Again, you're the ball,
We could
not the. Oh, yeah,
So one person's the red ball and then one person's the green ball,
right.
and then you try to get the. We have to go through once so they can see the loop.
Oh yeah, the warp.
Uh-huh.
I thought I got it. So you're trying to hit the. Oh, there we go. Opponent's
Oh damn.
paddle.
I'm sorry.
That's fine. Anywho, you're trying to hit the opponent's paddle the most number of times.
And then if you actually look at the button that you're pressing in the middle, there's a triangle that has your score.
Yeah.
So you play for scores, and later we're just gonna add a timer so that it's not just an endless game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a little bit of the development I did today.
Yeah.
A little bit of the development that Josh did. Five whole apps.
Yeah.
Up on the app.
It's just 5 apps with different colors and logos. I had a lot of trouble finding academies that would be kind of suitable for this purpose. Which shouldn't have been that difficult, I don't think, but it was for some reason because I'm not that smart. But yeah, so I wasted like 3 days doing that and the iPhone thing.
No, you were very productive.
Yeah, and well.
Maybe a little bit of an update in terms of where we're at
Mhm.
in terms of the business.
I was thinking of that too.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know how to mention that. How to bring it up.
Yeah, so we have no transition here. We're just gonna go right into it.
Yeah.
At this point, I don't want to put it this way, but I've essentially lost hope for projecting the successful end goal of our business.
Yeah.
In terms of timeline, just money, burn down or whatever, all that stuff, it's just not possible.
I mean, it's mostly money. Like, if we had money, the burn out and all that stuff would be less. But because we have no money and we're not making any income, it like affects everything else and like our morale and all that. And we're just kind of like beat down right now.
Yeah, which isn't to say necessarily that I'm feeling super negative. I feel a sense of freedom. It's like how previously I was thinking, how is this gonna work? How am I gonna make this work? And then now it's like, yeah, well, we had a good run.
we had a run.
we had a run. There we go. Yeah, we were looking at 3 months, but realistically, unless we became profitable around like a week ago,
so the half point-ish.
Yeah, that it wasn't gonna go down well.
But it still can. I mean.
Yeah, it still can.
And I just noticed that your collar is really awesome.
Oh.
Yeah. Looking good, man.
How's my caller ID? Woo! Anyway, it's tough, and I'm sure we'll talk about this like a little bit of a retrospective towards the end of it all. But tomorrow, I think I'm gonna put the shop out. I'm gonna ask the landlord to do that.
Yep.
It's tough.
It is.
Any comments, questions,
Oh, them or me?
Oh no. Anything that you would like to mention?
I just want to mention. I told you. I mentioned this to you before, but like, apart from like, well, the main aspect of like succeeding, I think, in this time and age is marketing, but we could not really pay to do that, and I think that's kind of essential right now to get the word across to a wide audience.
Right.
But the methods that we used, aside from spamming people, which wasn't effective, was kind of really limited. So we couldn't get the word out, and aside from even getting the sheer size of the audience, we couldn't get the point across to those people because they weren't interested. Because it just seems like we're just like kind of like advertising to them, which it is, but we can really portray it in a way that it didn't look like that. Like it was that was kind of difficult.
Yeah, marketing was very difficult. Even if we were to go for developing like a very heavyweight feature-rich project, I think we would have struggled just the same when we came to the point of marketing, unless we had a lot of money, which we don't. Yeah.
Maybe if we just if we hadn't gotten the shop and we just kept on working in cafes, because then we'd have that much more money, like at least about the cost of this for 3 months.
Right.
And we'd be just a lot less strained overall.
Yeah. That's true. We're looking at expenses a little under $1,000 a month for having our own space. So over the course of, well, it'll be the end of 2 months come June 27th. So over the course of 2 months, if we could have not had that expense, I think we might have been able to go on for 1 more month. So realistically speaking, we would have had time to become profitable by July 27th and continue to operate continue working until August 27th.
I think that money could have been well spent if we used on advertising maybe instead. So we just keep the 3 month timeline, but just use it for advertising marketing.
Right. That is possible as well.
But having the office space was good. I mean.
Yeah, it kind of forces us to work as well. So we're not going to get into all of the details in this video about our successes.
We will continue on with the vlog and our downfalls, just like
kind of inspect them, see where we went wrong or what we could have done better. And hopefully for progeny or for is it progeny, not posterity? Posterity, like further down the road, other people. We can kind of leave some tidbits of some nuggets of wisdom
of stuff not to do.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
This vlog was not as upbeat as some of our previous ones.
But I don't know. I like the topics.
Yeah.
It's good.
So more to come. Bye, folks.
Bye-bye.